As if there wasn't a reason to dislike journalists enough, now we're coming to the point where they are coming for Kiwi Farms. The journalists, the lefties, the SJWs are all coming, and they're all using the power of the person known as KEFFALS to go and attack Kiwi Farms. Now this is very, very weird and kind of funny too, because you have like two sides, right? So Kiwi Farms is predominantly, from what I see, a very, very free speech site. A little too free speech, some people might say, but still a free speech site nonetheless. Even Ethan Ralph Jr., Augie RC, has even stated it is the last free kind of place on the internet where you can say whatever you want, which is pretty accurate. Now, if Kiwi Farms start directing their attention to Augie RC and make him Ethan Ralph Jr. fully, I think his tone on that will change. But as it stands, even a twink like Augie RC and me can come together to agree that Kiwi Farms is pretty much overall a necessity. And seeing as how I get temporarily banned for speaking my mind about an alcoholic like Tommy C, well, I'd say that yes, it's a very, very fair place to vent one's anger, if nothing else. See, I can't do it on YouTube, I can't do it on Twitter, I can't do it on Twitch. Realistically, I've got to water it down like a product that was once great, and now the internet is just a bunch of softies. Ironic enough, commentary community is full of a bunch of softies as well, who always cry about me being extra mean to them, but that's a video for another day. KEFFALS is the main antagonist for this arc, and they continue to relentlessly push this narrative that Kiwi Farms is somehow responsible for Yeetus Deletus. Let me Karis Malaris even less and tell you that Kiwi Farms is likely not the person or the entity that you think that causes this. For all intents and purposes, nobody has to really read Kiwi Farms. For all intents and purposes, Kiwi Farms only specifically goes after people that give them a laugh. From what I've seen, this seems to be a pattern of behavior. In fact, if you go on and you be extra spurgy, some of the people on Kiwi Farms will even call you out. So there is a sort of rule and pecking order in that forum in itself, albeit still somewhat inconsistent from time to time. Everything is, but hell of a lot more consistent, I'd say, than somebody like KEFFALS, who is praying for somebody to get swatted 2020, 2021, and then when it happens to them, it's time to victimize oneself because I'm a lefty and because I'm KEFFALS and all the other stuff that I want to say that you guys are probably saying behind this screen that we can't fucking say because Susan Wojcinski will Yeetus Deletus this Karis Malaris and blah 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 blah. Basically, I'm censored right now and I can't really say much of the shit, but you know what I'm trying to say, you know what I want to say, you know the things, you know the colorful words I want to say about KEFFALS. We all share the same mindset. We know what type of person they are, and we know what we want to say about that type of person. Unfortunately, we can't say it. Oh, does that make me jaded? Does that make me ignorant? I don't know. Maybe if they weren't such a shitty person, I wouldn't be having such shitty thoughts about them. So, all in all though, this whole thing, KEFFALS, besides their abhorrent takes from what I understand, and I will make sure to do more research on how legitimate these takes are, but if they're really propping up these takes to be, looking at the kids, the children need to be indoctrinated or whatever that's fucking disgusting. Again, commentary community lefties, I don't care if that makes me a bad person in your eyes. You guys are softies in itself and you guys are warped. If you actually befriend KEFFALS in any way, shape, or form, and this is what they stand for, this is worse than when Augie RC, Ethan Ralph Jr. was allowing Mr. Girl to be on his platform of minors and indoctrinate a bunch of those minors into the ideology that you're allowed to be somehow a 20 or 30-year-old man, Max Carson, and get turned on by a 12-year-old twerking. These people are not role models, they're fucking clowns. And if this wasn't the prime time to go ahead and collectively shit on KEFFALS and anybody that enables their bullshit, like commentary, then I don't know what time it is. It's the best time, in fact. But let me know what you think overall, guys. I will continue to cover this because KEFFALS is all those bad words we want to say and more. And yes, I agree with most, if not all, anti-KEFFALS sentiments.